Hey, you guys, how are you? I wanted to reach out to you all before I head off early tomorrow morning for Atlantis for the Arbonne incentive trip. Um, oh my word, there this week has been a doozy. So, and I know we all have those some weeks. So, I wanted to at least send a message out since I wasn't able to do our call on Monday. And that just kind of threw my week for a bit. It was very busy, but wanted to talk to you about a few things. The first thing is this new Why Arbonne document that we have for one with ones. I'm so excited about this document, you guys. I've worked really hard on it. I did not do the design. That is this awesome girl that I found who's fantastic, but I really feel like it has the information on there that I really want to cover. And here's the thing that I want you to know about this document is it is absolutely something to take to everyone with one. And even if you don't really go over the whole document, giving it to someone, they can read it. There's things that they can draw from it. But what I want to highlight is that the outline that I posted, I really want you to pay attention to the questions that you ask your prospect. You guys, a one with one it's my favorite thing to do. It's about them and trying to figure out, is there a need or a desire? Do I have something here in Arbonne that could pique your interest? Because we know pretty much 100% of people, I shouldn't say 100%, but 99% of people who agree to meet with you individually, they're not thinking they're going to start this business, okay? You didn't think that you were going to start this business, right? And what happened is typically someone's sharing their vision, but also explaining some of the mechanics, but more importantly, really starting to talk about, well, where are you at? What do you love? And what do you wish you had more of? And is that achievable through this? And we all have great lives. I mean, we live in a free country. By the world standards, we're all very wealthy, blah, blah, blah. But everyone has the time constraint of 24 hours a day. There literally is just 24. We all get the same, all of us. Nobody gets any more or less. And the beauty of this business is the fact that we get to leverage our time and teach other people how to do that so that you have freedom and flexibility and you're able to make decisions. And, that you have the freedom to make decisions that fit best for you and your priorities and what you're up to. And so many people don't have that. Most people don't have that. But asking the questions that are put on the outline are really, really important, okay? Because it's going to trigger the right type of conversation versus you just having chit chat. And I really want all of you, if you have not watched that Simon Sinek video that I posted a few weeks ago, so you've got to look down in the posts or go to the videos. It's a YouTube talk. I want you to watch that and watch that a few times, because the difference maker of how we are going to set ourselves apart from all sorts of other companies out there, all sorts of other products and choices, is what we are all about. And I truly believe that we are about pure living. And what that means is using amazing products that fuel our bodies and better our bodies and are pure and safe so that we can function at our best. And we have a business that allows us to have a pure life of living full out because we have freedom and flexibility. And that's what we are. And it comes in this little company called Arbonne that has skincare, nutrition, it has personal care wrapped up. And that's what we want to share with people, it's not going to be all of the numbers necessarily, and sometimes it is. But more importantly, what people buy into is what we're all about. So what are you all about? I am absolutely about people living their best life. That's what Arbonne is about. And I think all of you guys get that and know that. And we want people that resonates with them. Okay. So watch that video. The other thing that I wanted to say is there have been the most outstanding Go for Gold calls recently in the last few weeks. If you are not a part of Donna Johnson's Go for Gold Facebook page and or on SoundCloud, if you look up Donna Johnson and she has Donna Johnson Go for Gold, she posts all of those calls, and you guys, they are phenomenal. Every Saturday morning there's a call. I mean, literally, like I'm always like blown away at lately in the last few months how just incredible every single one of them are. And that you need to take it upon yourself to make sure that you're feeding yourself and you're feeding your mind. Okay? What are you reading? Because I hope every single one of you have already read On Fire. Because seriously, oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I have to say it. Literally one of the best books I have ever read. Ever. And it's not about network marketing, you guys. It is literally about living your best life. And it will absolutely rock you in a wonderful way, and give you clarity and perspective. So if you feel like you're wandering, if you feel like you're like, why am I doing this? Or what's the point? Or I don't know, I'm fine the way my life is. And yeah, of course, I think 99% of you are absolutely fine. Like you're fine. There isn't something dire need. The thing is that the question is, are you okay being fine? Or do you want to be absolutely phenomenal? Because choosing a phenomenal life, it takes courage, and it takes deciding that over and over and over again. It takes deciding it when you think it's not working. Okay? When you think it's not working for you, when you think that you might be failing at this, when you think that you've had too many no's or too many things that have canceled or whatever, like who are you going to be? Because the whole thought process that success just kind of comes when you put yourself in the right situation or whatever is a lie. Every successful story, you guys, people fought for it. And they dug their teeth in, they dug their heels in, and they kept going even when they wanted to quit. And it's really when you want to quit is when I want you to pay attention, because that's when you're closest to your breakthrough. Okay? That is when you are closest to your breakthrough. So what are you feeding your mind? What are you listening to? What are you reading? Even listening is awesome, but I don't know if I've talked about this enough. Reading is absolutely critical. If you want to be a VP in this company, you're going to need to read. And so I'm certain that so many of you just heard me say that and you're like, oh my word, I do not have time. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Yes, you do. You do have time. You absolutely have time. You're just not making the time. Okay? And I'm not saying that you have to read 3 chapters or read for 30 minutes. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have enough time to read a couple of pages before you go to bed at night, or a couple of pages when you wake up in the morning, or fitting that into your day somewhere, somehow. Stinking get the Kindle app on your phone so that when you have some dead time somewhere, you can go to your book and read a couple pages. How do you think it is that I read so many books? You guys, I am on my phone, like on the Kindle app all the time. That has been a life-changing experience for me, because there are always so many books that I want to read, because I know I have so much to learn, so many ways to progress. So you've got to read. Leaders read and readers lead. And just hearing things auditorily, you guys, I don't think that's enough. I think sometimes you do have to force yourself to see something that, like, words that you are reading. Okay. So make sure that you're reading something. If you haven't read On Fire, that's the one you're supposed to be reading. Okay. If you need a book recommendation, will you let me know? Send me a private message via Facebook or an email or something. And you guys, I have a gazillion books that I can recommend. So depending on where you're at and what your needs are, but you also want to assess, where's my belief? It takes 3 beliefs to be successful in this business. The first one is a belief in the company, in Arbonne. You've got to believe in this company. And it's okay if you're not at a 10 yet, but you got to get yourself there. Okay, you got to do the research. You got to do the comparative analysis. You got to understand that we are such an unbelievable company of integrity that so many other people aren't. You are with the right company. I promise you that. I have never, ever, ever regretted. Ever. I've always been so beside myself thankful that it was Arbonne that came into my life and that I chose Arbonne. Okay. Number 2, the industry. You need to know it backwards and forwards. You need to understand what it is and what it's not so that you hold your head high and you actually feel like you're bragging when you say, oh, I'm actually building an Arbonne business. Okay. Because people are going to be jealous. That's how I feel. So how do you feel? If you don't feel that way, a really great book is Flip Flop CEO. And that's a wonderful book for prospects. And they just came out with a new book that I think is going to be able to, you're going to be able to find it on Amazon next week. Oh, shoot. What is it called? Oh, Does the Shoe Fit? It's called Does the Shoe Fit? Now, if you go out to Amazon right now, there is a book. There are 2 other books out there that are currently there about Does the Shoe Fit? Those are not them. This is the same authors as the Flip Flop CEO. Lori Muirhead and her mother. So Muirhead. And I'm so sorry if I'm forgetting her mom's name. But I know that book is going to be incredible. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful tool for you to give people who are like, well, I'm not really sure if this is for me. I don't think that I could do sales. I do think that this sounds amazing, but I don't know if I could do it. I'm not sure if it's the right time, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be the book that you would want to give them. Okay. And it's like a quick read. So you need to build your belief in Arbonne, in network marketing, and finally in yourself. That's the final key. And that tends to be the toughest, right? Because we tend to look around and we compare ourselves and we look at all the things that we don't have that somebody else does, or they're going faster than I am, or they're better public speaking than I am, or blah, 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 whatever it is. Stop comparing and understand that there is a reason why this came to you, that it resonated with you. You chose it. You have a why that deserves you going after this like no tomorrow. And the thing is, prove everybody wrong. Prove yourself wrong. Go out there and do this. There are too many examples of people who've been successful. I mean, obviously me, but there's like so many, you guys, so many. And too many backgrounds, too many different things for you to say, oh, it just might not be for me. That's BS. That's a cop-out. Like, you are walking away from something absolutely extraordinary if you buy into that. Absolutely extraordinary. But you've got to be able to work on yourself in the process. The whole thing that is so amazing about this industry and amazing about our company, especially because we really, really focus on it, is working on the person that you're becoming. Okay? Our lives are about progression, not perfection. And your job is to be the best you. Be the best you. And you guys, there were a lot of things that I didn't get done this week that I wish I would have that were on my to-do. I did get the most important things done. I'm really proud of that, in spite of a whole lot of crazy. But, sometimes you don't get through as much. I'm celebrating the fact that the stuff that I did do, because you know what? I know there are thousands of other people, if they would have had the week that I had, they wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't have gotten any of the important things done. And they definitely wouldn't have gotten the most important things done. Okay? So celebrate the stuff that you do, the steps forward. Stop looking at what's missing. Build yourself up. I want you to see you the way I see you. I've been having so many conversations with all of you. I'm sorry, not all of you, a lot of you who are totally in activity. And so it seems like so long since I've done 18 call, but it's because there have been so many of us talking and we've been in connection, but I know how important it is for me to do these. And for those of you that I don't get to talk to very often, maybe it's time for you to decide to end October absolutely amazing. So there are a lot of ways for you to capitalize on the end of this month. And this is my favorite month, you guys, because in October, I finished region and I went into qualification for nation. And so much can happen when you believe that it's possible and you put it out there. So, and you push through some of the signs saying, oh no, maybe it's not going to pull together. I want you to go. There was an event that actually personally I wanted to cancel on Tuesday. And there were things that were happening and there were a lot of people that ended up not being able to come or whatever, but I still did have 2 guests. And I talked to this, other consultant and she had a guest and I said, you know what? One of the things that Cecilia Stoll and Deanna Heron have always taught me is don't ever, 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 ever cancel. Don't cancel. And I'm telling you, I wanted to cancel. But I was like, so we are not going to cancel. We are going to go. It's going to be great. And you know what? All 3 of those guests are getting started. So talk about that time of like, yeah, I think it was worth going. I think it was worth it. And I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of other executive national vice presidents where there was, an event, like a group event or a coffee or something that like it was so inconvenient. The drive was long. There were, they found out there wasn't going to be hardly anybody there. And literally like regions and nations have come out of that. So I just want to, I guess, continue to encourage you that I know it's a busy time of year. I get it. It totally is. But I want you to embrace it and figure it out. You work the nooks and crannies. Do the things online that you need to do. Reach out to people. Let people know about the next healthy living group. Have them say, do a 3-week one so that they're done by Thanksgiving. How many people want to get in shape right now and want to lose that extra around their midsection? And you guys, our 30-day program is more about the inches that you lose versus the weight because it's redistributing. We're getting healthy. People totally lose weight, don't get me wrong, but some people don't lose that much. But if they were to measure themselves, they've lost inches, like multiples of inches, okay? And other programs don't do that. They lose the weight, but it doesn't necessarily shift in that same fashion. So what we do is the real deal. You guys are all rock stars. I absolutely think that I am one of the luckiest people on the planet to have each and every one of you a part of this. Each and every one of you, whether or not you're putting great numbers and web stats or not, you're all really important and valuable. But I want you to go after this the way you know how you can, okay? Time is ticking. Time will continue to go on whether or not you make this a priority. So I want you to remind yourself of why you're doing this, what is important in your life. Don't get busy with just being busy. Be busy with purpose. There are so many people that need this. They just don't know that they need this so badly. They don't know that this is going to be the thing that literally lights them up, that gives them meaning and value and a way to impact other people's lives in such a positive, fun way. You guys are fantastic. I hope you have an amazing rest of this next week. I will be back. I know I will be sending you a message. If I can, I'm going to do it from Atlanta. Sorry, I'm tired. I will do it from Atlantis, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible or not. But watch Facebook. I will try to post. And I cannot wait to tell you guys about it. And I want every single one of you on the trip next year. Every one of you. They are so awesome. My kids, I cannot believe I got them to sleep because they were so amped up because they love the Arbonne trips. Love, love, love. They cannot wait to see their friends. So have an awesome weekend next week. Hit it, you guys. Go after it. Do the things that you can do. Work it into the nooks and crannies. Figure it out. Make it a priority, because not only do you deserve this, but whoever's on the other end of your why, they deserve you doing this and showing them that, that this was a good decision, that you are going to make this happen. And you guys, getting to region isn't as hard as you might think. It's really not. It really is making that decision of like, dang it, I'm going. You see other people and you're like, it doesn't take that many people on a team. It doesn't take that many. And this business is about a lot of people doing a little bit. So I really love you guys. I'm very excited about October, really, really excited, and really excited about what we're going to be doing in November. And just have a great week. Talk to you soon.